Continuing with Daherndorf, we are looking into power, conflict, and social explanation. Now, according to Daherndorf, we see that conflict is inevitable in the society. It is inherent in the society. So, different groups are in conflict with each other, and that conflict emerges with respect to the power relations in the society. Now, what is power? Power, according to him, is the probability that one actor within social relationship will be in a position to carry out his own will despite resistance. So, the essence of power is the control over the behavior of others. That is, the powerful are in a position to make others act even against their will. So they can make them to behave or to act or to take action which might be against their will. And this is possible because the powerful have the authority to levy sanctions if those who do not obey their, let's say, orders. So that is how the powerful try to control the powerless. So the essence of power is the control of sanctions. So if the powerful don't, let's say, go along with the dictates of the powerful, then the powerful can levy some sanctions against them. I think ये तो को दुनिया का असूल बना हुआ है. Not only कि हम कहते हैं कि एक ग्रुप और दूसरे ग्रुप की बात है, यहाँ तो हम देखते हैं कि एक मुल्क दूसरे मुल्क के साथ भी अपने पावर रिलेशंस में चल रहा है, और जो पावरफुल कंट्री है वो इस किस्म की सैंक्शंस दूसरे पावरलेस कंट्री के खिलाफ लगा देता है जब वो उसके विल के मुताबिक कोई एक्शन नहीं ले. और हम ये देखते हैं कि अमेरिका ने पता नहीं कितने मुल्कों के खिलाफ सैंक्शंस लगाई हुई हैं, एंड द अदर्स हैव टू गो बाय दैट. ईरान इज वन एग्जांपल ऑफ देम. सो वी सी दैट sanctions are, I think, the important thing which is imposed by the powerful on the powerless. Whether this is a group, whether this is a, let's say, a particular stratum or a particular country. So it enables those who possess power to give orders to powerless. So they can give orders to the powerless. If they don't obey their orders, then the sanctions are imposed. And that is how they try to obtain what they want from the powerless. So that's where we see that there is a conflict. The powerless may not like to obey the, let's say, powerful, but powerful is in a position to lay the sanctions. And if the powerless doesn't have the choice, then he has to get along with the powerful by obeying his or her orders. The reality is, according to Daherndorf, कि लोग जो हैं वो submission को पसंद नहीं करते. They dislike submission. Therefore, जो सबमिशन नहीं पसंद करते और दूसरे उनको सबमिट करवाना चाहते हैं, तो इस तरह से इन दोनों, लेट्स से, ग्रुप कह लें या एंटिटीज़ के दरमियान कॉन्फ्लिक्ट नज़र आती है. दैट इज़, आप कह सकते हैं कि ये कॉन्फ्लिक्ट बिटवीन पावरफुल एंड पावरलेस के दरमियान है. तो इसका एक तरीके से हम ये कह सकते हैं कि पावरलेस आर सीकिंग पावर, whereas powerful are seeking the defense of their power which they have. They would like to continue with that, और वो उससे दस्तबरदार नहीं होना चाहते. So power is a lasting source of friction. इसकी वजह से दोनों के दरमियान फ्रिक्शन आ सकती है, दोनों स्टेटम के दरमियान आ सकती है, दोनों ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के दरमियान आ सकती है, दोनों ग्रुप्स के दरमियान आ सकती है, दोनों कंट्रीज के दरमियान आ सकती है. So distribution of power is a crucial determinant of social structure. If we are looking at the society, and society has a social structure, there are different groups, and these groups might be hierarchically arranged, and that is how we see that there are power relations. So in this context, we could also see that there is a coercive view of power, and that coercive view of power is different from that of functionalism. ये conflict वालों का approach है. तो इसमें coercion की बात है, sanctions की बात है, which we don't see that way under the functionalists. So for functionalists, power embodied with political institutions. और political institutions की बात करें तो उसमें फिर बहुत सारी चीज़ें आती हैं. They make the laws, और उन laws के basis पर they have the power. So these institutions solve the functional imperatives of goal attainment. So use of coercive power is secondary. So ये उस वक्त है जबकि दूसरे मीन्स से लोग ओबे नहीं करते या कोई ग्रुप नहीं ओबे करता, then they might use the coercion. So for Daherndorf, power is necessary if large organizations are to achieve their goals. और ये उनकी एक तरह से defensive power भी हो सकती है. Once they get it, then they would like to continue with that. They will defend their power in such a way that they uphold to that status. So powerful are not granted power by the community, as we see that in a political kind of situation, people are given the power. So they grasp the power and use the power for their own ends. So actors use power within social relationship as well. That could be within a group as well. तो ये आप देख सकते हैं from micro level to macro level, जैसे हम पहले मैंने डिस्कस किया. So just one's influence to get things done from the other party or other group or other statum or other country. So if we are looking at the society, so according to Daherndorf, it is inherent tendency to conflict in society. So groups with or without power have different interests, or they would like to protect their interests, or interest is in interests की attainment के लिए they would like to have power over others. So each will pursue its interest, and that might lead to conflict, and that does, according to Daherndorf, that does lead to power. So balance between power and opposition keeps on shifting. So when the powerless become powerful and the powerful become powerless, that means there is a change in the society. Now that change may be a positive change. If it is a positive change, somebody might term it as some kind of development. Thus, conflict is the great creative force for human history. So that is how we see that power operates in the society, and for the operation of that, we see that norms are developed. Norms are the expectations, the shared expectations. So functionalists might consider that these norms evolve over a period of time. There is some kind of consensus in the group. But here, according to Daherndorf, these norms do not emerge from social consensus. These norms are established and maintained and explained by the interests of the powerful. ये powerful हैं जो कि ये norms कह लें, which might be informal kind of rules and regulations. So they determine all these, they uphold them, and they try to enforce them, and maybe they try to take decisions according to those norms. और ये बड़े ग्रुप कह लें, बड़े लेट्स से इंडिविजुअल्स कह लें, वो जहाँ भी बैठेंगे वो फिर उस पावर के हिसाब से दे कुड टेक डिसीजंस. और ये नॉर्म्स ऐसे ही हैं जैसे कि एनीबॉडी हु वायलेट्स दोस नॉर्म्स इज एक्सपेक्टेड टू बी लेट्स से अंडरगो सम सैंक्शंस. उसको कोई ना कोई पनिशमेंट्स की बात हम कर सकते हैं. सो सैंक्शंस आर मोर लाइक पनिशमेंट्स. सो सैंक्शंस इसलिए आ रही हैं कि दीज हेल्प इन controlling the behavior of the powerless. So sanctions involve control, and this control requires power, and that power is with a powerful group, and that is how the society moves. So power of law is there to punish the powerless who do not obey the orders of the or orders or dictates of the powerful. So these established norms are nothing but the ruling norms, and the ruling norms are established by the powerful.